All right, guys, we are continuing today using related facts to help us figure out missing numbers in situations. This is really getting to the kinds of work your brain has to do in really advanced math. So I'll tell you the kind of math that Colton and Toby and Seth are doing in high school. They're using these kinds of strategies. Now, they're using it with bigger, more advanced numbers, but it's this same basic strategy, just applied with bigger numbers. So this is a really important thing to practice now with these smaller numbers, because then when you get to that big math, your brain already goes, oh, well, okay, so these are big numbers, but I get how this works. So this chapter, it's a lot longer than the last chapter before we get to your test. We're only halfway through, and already it's been almost as long as the chapter on fraction. But we're starting to really think about how these numbers work together in the ways that really advanced math people do it. All right, lesson 5.5, algebra, missing numbers. So again, we're not going to have cubes, but we can use counters, and we're going to be drawing. So Calvin has 7 toy cars that are red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has some blue toy cars. We don't know how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Altogether, he has 10 toy cars. So how many of them are blue? Well, here's 7. We're going to go ahead on up to 10, right? And we know, we're familiar with 10 frames. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to use blue here. And we can see there were 3. Now, just for some practice, let's go ahead and write our 4 related facts that we know that go with this set of numbers. We know 7 plus 3 equals 10. Now, to actually solve this, what we could have done was, he's got 10, 7 of them are red, right? This is taking things apart. 3 of them are blue. Now, our other related addition one, we just switch it around. 3 plus 7 equals 10. Now, boys and girls, here's what I see people try to do all the time when they're learning about this. They say, okay, well, this addition one, we just switch it. So with this one now, let's just switch it, and they write something like 7 minus 10 equals 3. Well, that's ridiculous. Put up 7 fingers. Can you take away 10 fingers? No, you don't even have 10 up there. So yeah, that's not going to work. So we do have to actually we have to turn our brains on. We can't just mindlessly go through this, and that's one reason a drawing is really helpful. Because we can see we don't have 7 minus anything here. We have 10 minus stuff. One group is 7. Our other group is 3. So those are the 4 related math facts that we could have there. Go ahead and turn the page. What are the missing numbers? Do you see these related facts? Take a minute there. Look at that picture rather than me talking it through like I usually do. Actually look at it. Look at what's here and what's up in the picture. Look at what's here. Look at what's up in the picture. So down here, you guys are going to do that. Go ahead and use your counters. I'll work through you with number 1 with actual counters. And with number 2, I'll work through it with you with drawings. And then you guys are going to do this. You're going to go through and put in these missing numbers. This is really similar to what you did yesterday. So you see I've got 8 plus some makes 15. So I'm going to go ahead and do 8 red, and then I'm going to put the rest out yellow up to 15, because I know what 15 looks like, right? I know that 15 is 10 and 5 more. So here I've got now my 15. I did 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I did the rest of my 15 up in yellow, and I can see I've got 1 row, so I know that's 5, 6, 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. Well, that tells me then 15 minus 8 is also 7. So number 2, I'll do with a drawing. 13 here. There it is. Now one group is going to be 9. Well, I know that's just 1 less than what's in this 10 frame, right? We did this last time. And I can see here 3, 4. So that means here, when I have 13 minus 9, it's going to leave me 4. So you guys can use the counters or drawings or both if you want to. If you run across some that you really actually know really well already, then if you want to do it without counters or drawings, you can. It can be a little tricky to be using fingers here when we get to these bigger numbers. But if you have a strategy that works for you, go ahead. Just make sure you're double checking it. Use your addition and your subtraction to each other. Make sure that you're actually getting it. So pause the video, finish this page. Now guys, look, they didn't even switch this to any up and down. These are all horizontal. They all go across. Ooh, this one here, I'm going to tell you. That's one I bet you can do without counters or drawings. If you know your doubles facts really well, you can do that one without counters or drawings also. All right, pause the video, finish through number 12, then we'll look at the hot problem. All right, Rick has 10 party hats. He needs 19 hats for his party. How many more party hats does Rick need? Well, you know what we're going to actually do here? We are going to draw 10 sticks. Because look, we are using this whole 10. We're not going to have to take it apart. We're adding some on to get up to 19. So I'm going to actually just draw that. Can you see how that looks like a 10 stick? And then I'm going to add in little circles here, like in a 10 frame, to get me up to 19. Well, I know 19 is 10 and 9 more, right? Now, I'm doing the drawing just because it's a good habit to be in. But guys, I just said it, didn't I? 19 is 10 and 9 more. We didn't really have to do anything to know this. We know to get to 19 from 10, you just know it's a 10 and 9 more to make 19. Last page. Oh boy. Bar models, real world problems. Let's see. Todd has 12 bunnies. He gives 4 bunnies to his sister. How many does Todd have now? You guys know this. You don't have cubes, but you have counters. Counters or draw. Figure it out. Brad has 11 trucks. Some are small trucks. 4 are big trucks. How many does he have? 11 altogether. 4 of them are small. Some are big. You guys can use counters or you can make a drawing to figure out what number would go here. Write it right there also. How many small trucks? 15 children at the park. 6 of the children go home. 4 more children come to the park. How many? Oh my goodness. Do you know what we need to do? We're going to do this. I'm going to do it with drawings just so you can see how it would go, but counters would probably be easier. 15. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 6 of the children go home. So that's going to be 5 and 1 more, right? Then 4 more children come to the park. So here's where the drawing could get a little confusing. So because with a counter, you could actually take those 6 away and then you could put 4 more out. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to redraw it because I could try to draw in the extra 4 here, but it might get confusing which way it is. I could, actually, let's do that. Instead of redrawing the whole thing, I'm going to use colors. I'm going to get yellow, and I'm going to put 4 more yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, to remind me, I want to know this plus these here all together. I'm going to make these be yellow also. Now, boys and girls, you need to have a drawing on your page. Do not just be staring at my video. You need to be having a drawing on your page also. So I want you to look at your drawing and count how many children are at the park, because these yellow little circles are representing the children in the park right now, aren't they? Write that number down here, and then down at number 17. What is the missing number? You guys know several ways you could solve that. Color in the bubble for which one you need to put with 9 to make 18.